Morning.
Dave Weisnicht, Deputy Garrison Commander from Fort Indiantown Gap. We have had a busy month at the Gap. As of the 13th of March, we've had 53,134 personnel who have trained on Fort Indiantown Gap already. Numbers are projected to beat last year once again, so that hopefully will bring lots of activity to our community partners with troops coming and getting really world-class training and invigorating the local economies. This upcoming week, we're going to have 5,334 troops on Fort Indiantown Gap, so very, very busy. Sally and our close-in neighbors will notice that our hiatus from Big Bang training is over with. We've already had several live fire trainings already this month, but I will pick up with where we're at today. On the 16th of March, we're going to have demolitions training. 16th and 17th of March, we're going to have artillery training. We're going to follow that up on the 22nd and the 23rd of March with more demolitions training. In the month, from on the 24th through the 26th, we're going to have mortar training, and we're going to have artillery training on the 25th through the 28th. We have busy course loads at the Eastern Army Aviation Training Center, which is a second largest or most utilized heliport in the United States, and lots of flights are going to be going out there. So lots of activity at the Gap. As a public notice on our Facebook page and through other various social medias that we do, we have notified the public of our spring 2018 prescribed burn season at the Gap. It began on March 5th. They haven't gotten a lot of burning done with all the snow and other vestiges of winter. And it's going to continue through the 4th of May. Between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. is when we do our prescribed burns. Our certified burn crews measure the humidity of the day. They do the proper notifications with the surrounding communities. And in effect, what we do is we try to pick a day with low humidity. So when they set a prescribed burn, most of the smoke goes real quickly high up in the upper atmosphere and gets away from our neighbors. Prescribed burns is a program we use to manage our wildlands, our training areas. Primary reason is safety of our neighbors. It cuts down on the fuel load. Doing what we do with military training, with the use of munitions, we inadvertently set a lot of range fires. It is our utmost duty is to keep that fire within the confines of our boundaries. So I have a very good crew of young men and women who look like smoke jumpers. They're all red carded. They're very experienced, and they work very hard at that. Also, our prescribed burn program gives us a very diverse ecology or ecosystem out in our training corridor. That's why we have the Regal Fritillary Butterfly out there. We keep the northern long-eared bat habitat for that, a lot of raptors, various birds of prey, because the whole food chain exists out of that, what we call a disturbance regime. So it's a good thing, makes it a unique area of Pennsylvania, really, of the world. So I think I briefed you all. We had closed on the second phase of the DeHart Reservoir Army Conservation Use Buffer Program. That now puts 8,000 acres of the Clarks Valley under perpetual easement. That gives us, the DOD, a free flight dark skies corridor to train our pilots in. It protects the watershed for the city of Harrisburg and really conserved a just beautiful spot in the United States, if not the world out there. So we will continue to march with our conservation use buffer program. Round 3 is coming up. We've got various properties and working with various partners like the Lebanon Valley Conservancy back there and rolling on with that. So, pending any questions, that's all we have.
Commissioners, yes. Commissioner Litz?
I do have one question. I never realized you burn from 8 to 11 at night. It gets dark. It must be quite visible for some distance. Is that intentional, or why the nighttime burning?
Just so when you do a prescribed burn, you have to list a 12-hour period. So most fires are set somewhere during the daylight hours when the humidity is down. We put that other on there so that that's when that fire is supposed to be out.
Oh, so between 8 and 11 it's supposed to be out?
Yes, ma'am.
I misunderstood.
Not to say, we're talking nature and burning snags through the woods, that something might smolder during the night, but we do everything possible in our power to preclude that, because at nighttime when you control burn like that and the humidity comes in, that's what lays the smoke down, and that gets disturbing to those of us who work on the base and our neighbors and everybody else, so try to avoid that.
Thank you for explaining that.
Yes, ma'am.
David, I appreciate so much your investing in our relationship and our partnerships. I just remind everybody, I think it's 18,000 acres you have out there?
Yes.